So I just got through, I didn't get as far as I wanted to, I must confess. So I apologize. I was working on some other stuff. What I really what I wanted to do today, and I guess I probably should have talked to you about it. In chapter 2, so in chapter 2, basically what's going on so far is Dan Harris has a bunch of his news friends in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
conference room with Jeff Warren. And Jeff Warren goes
Wait,
through the
wait, I gotta interrupt you. Like, his descriptions of Jeff Warren
mhm.
are like chef's kiss, the
Yeah, his
best
descriptions of
journalism.
everybody. Like his description of Rob Marciano, is that his name? He's the
The
weather guy.
boxer?
He's the weather guy. It's just yeah, his descriptions of everybody are I mean, there's a reason Dan Harris does what he does. He writes.
Yeah, he's quite gifted.
He's good at it. But what I wanted to do was go through the meditation basics, basically the questions
I
that
love it.
at the correspondents, the ABC folks, Dan's people, ask Jeff Warren because I feel like these are all the questions that everyone starts out with. They're the questions that I started out with. And I wanted to kind of go through them, read Jeff's answer, and then talk about what we think of these questions now. Do you
Yes, let's
follow?
do it. I follow. I'm on board.
Okay. I'll just go ahead and read the first one and we'll go from there.
Okay,
So,
I'm ready.
the first question to Jeff Warren was to Jeff, where do you recommend that people meditate? Jeff's answer, it's good to have a quiet place with minimal distractions, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Natural settings can also be nice places to meditate. Do you have a specific place that you meditate that you find is helpful?
Um, I I am a victim of laziness
Hmm.
and convenience.
Yes.
So I will meditate at my desk. Also, I got a really good chair that just facilitates sitting crisscross applesauce these days.
I can't wait to get one of those.
So I will spin this bitch around and I try to face the wall instead of the computer because I mean
Hmm.
we've been doing these podcasts when the stuff that's on the screen is a bit distracting.
Yeah.
Um
Uh,
and
excuse me.
God bless you. So I will do this here. On occasion, what I've tried this week is to get someplace like when the ADD kicks in and I get someplace like 15 minutes before I need to be there, I will just sit in the car and look like a psychopath and do like a quick meditation in the car.
You
Like,
don't look like a psychopath.
well, I look like someone who might have been driving drunk and is now passed out behind the wheel in front of a yoga studio.
What I meant was nobody's paying attention to you.
Yeah. I mean,
That's exactly what you look
is
like, but nobody's looking at you.
that is the saving grace is that people are like, wow, that lady drove drunk to yoga and now she's
Cool.
asleep in the parking lot.
Sweet. Bye.
What are we having for dinner?
Right. Right. On it.
Right?
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
I have my ass pillow that I like. I love
Well, I
my
do
ass
like your
pillow.
pillow.
My ass pillow is one of my favorites. I also like to lay down, but there's a risk of falling asleep though. So sometimes I can do it, not that often, but sometimes laying down really works for me. Let's see. Some of these are just your basics. Your eyes need to be closed. Like some people just can't handle that. At the beginning, I couldn't. I'm not an eyes closed type of person. I feel like I'm going to spin and whatnot. But now I've gotten used to it. And I feel like for me, it's necessary to have eyes closed.
I like to have eyes closed because there are certain things that happen behind my eyes while I'm meditating that
Hmm.
I enjoy and make it get better for me. There's a certain twitching that happens in my eyeballs and when I can feel my eyeballs settle, then I know like it's like when you used to scrub your face with the Noxzema and put on the Sea Breeze toner and your
Yeah.
skin
Right
would
after you did
burn.
the apricot scrub.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And it would burn and you're like, "Oh, this is working." Like that's what the eyeball settling
Exactly.
does for me.
Sometimes, I mean, there's meditations that I've done where there's a lot of visualization. Like Michelle Kapotz used to walk me through, like a lot of meditation I did with her. There was a lot of visualization, and at first Like, that's kind of hard. Like, I was like, "What? I do not see a marble staircase, and if there was a marble staircase, I would probably fucking fall down." Like, that's what I was thinking in my brain.
That looks slippery.
But, like, eventually it makes sense. And then the next one was how you think people should sit, which was kind of what we were talking about as far as laying down. And this was one of his longer answers. If lying down makes you fall asleep, don't be fooled. You're not being alert.
Right. I
And
mean,
that's
I
kind
think
of that's kind of the point.
that was sort of the trick for me is that have to be comfortable but alert. Like meditation is a lot of this, but this as well. Two things
Mhm.
are true at the same time. Like, you are relaxed, but you're alert. You're noting the thoughts, but having the thoughts. Like there are a lot of things that are challenging about that just in general because you're asking people to hold those two things true at the same time.
And that's very difficult,
Mhm.
like, a lot. Can you move at all? This is a problem that I have because it might be one of the Hi, macho. It might be one of the reasons that, I don't meditate very long because I have a hard time sitting still that long, which was a big part of me, I think my resistance to meditation to begin with. And until I learned that I can get something out of it even doing it for 10 minutes at a time, whereas I thought it had to be done for, like, extended periods of time. I can't sit still that long. Even, like, when we were at the meditation thing where we, meditated for longer periods, like, I still had to move around a little bit, and I don't feel like that's ever really I don't know, it hasn't really hindered me, I guess, but then it makes me question, maybe I
Yeah.
coulda gotten more out of it if I wasn't moving around, but I still feel like I got something out of it, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a certain amount of, intensity that you can approach this with. And
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what my boy Jeff is getting to sort of all along the spectrum. Like if you want to be super intense about it and you want to examine like that sensation, I'm like, cool. Actually, what it is my foot hurts and I just want to move my foot. Like I don't
This is
want to
this is one
examine.
challenge that I have had with meditation is that I haven't been able to get to that point where I want to even examine the fact that my foot
No.
has now fallen asleep. Like, because that's one of the things he says is there's a couple of strategies. One, you gently move your leg. That's fine. Two, you investigate the discomfort. I've never been one to want to investigate the discomfort. Maybe that's a place I need to get, but right now at my beginner meditation status, I'm just gonna move my foot.
Right. Yeah. Not wanting to investigate discomfort is a theme that kind of runs throughout my life.
Yeah.
So maybe we look at that a little bit more in depth. But why don't we do that after I feel like I can conquer some of these other things? Like I'm not going to
Yeah.
investigate that one too deeply. Like
Yeah.
it'll be there.
We'll get to that. I don't feel like I'm at that level of meditation just yet because this is what he says about it, how valuable that investigation can be about how we can learn to tease apart our actual pain from our much larger resistance to pain.
Hmm. Yeah.
I'm
Key.
not there yet. I don't really I'm not
Mostly I'm just trying to figure out why there's a squirrel that pops up every single time. I'm like, in, out,
yeah.
squirrel. Fuck,
Yeah.
dude. We'll
Right.
get there. We'll get
Right,
there.
right. And let's see. How do you know when you're done with a meditation session?
The timer
Use
goes off.
Yeah, use a timer. That way you can hit start and then do your best to forget about it. Or you just decide, I'm done and I'm just going to open my eyes and watch all of the other people meditating here on video.
So funny. So funny.
I mean, whatever. Let's see. Speaking of timing, how long, how often should people meditate? Finding the time to meditate is probably the biggest roadblock to establishing a meditation habit. I agree.
Yeah. Yes. Um, until I accepted a little bit of the fact that I have 3 minutes before this next meeting. So either I can pick up my phone and do a little doom scrolling for a bit, or I could spin this comfy ass chair around, stare at my diploma, and try to figure out why my foot hurts.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. The major thing is to set realistic goals. And one of my blog posts was about shit like this. Like it's way better to set a goal of 1 minute a day and do that 1 minute a day consistently than to say, I'm going to meditate 30 minutes a day and do it once, but then not be able to find those 30 minutes. Like, do 1 minute, then next week, do 3 minutes.
Mhm.
But the consistency is the part that makes a difference. Building the habit is what makes the difference. So if that's 5 minutes, do 5 minutes.
And I
Try to
think when
make
we
that habit. But I do like what you said, like, just find those little spots.
yeah. Um, Dan Harris will I've heard him when he was talking to Seth Meyers, he's like, "I meditate for 2 hours a day." And Seth is like, "How?" But that's how. He's like 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. He's like, at the end of the day, all of those minutes add up to 120. So that's my
Yeah.
2 hours a day. He's like, I try not to piss my wife off. I try not to ignore my kid, but this is my job.
Is it helpful to listen to ambient music while you meditate? It's not ideal because when your attention is split between the thing you are meditating on and the background music, that sets two caveats. One, everyone is a bit different. You may find that music is actually a helpful aid to concentration. Two, music itself can be the object of meditation. You can zoom in on the auditory qualities. Just keep in mind that music casts a spell and can easily cause you to lose mindfulness. I don't know about a spell.
Able to do it because I know what he means by a spell. Like I would just sing. I would be like,
Yeah.
I will always stop. I think I don't understand how you can appreciate my musical talent.
This isn't a question, at least I haven't gotten to it yet. Do you do any like meditation on your own or do you do guided?
For me, it always has to be guided. The idea that I would eventually well, I mean, I think this is just the journey, right? Like I don't expect to pick up the flute and be perfect at it on day 1, right? Like this is I need the guiding to be like, "Hey, you've been doing nothing but thinking for about 20 minutes. So if you could just come back whenever you hear my voice." Like that is sort of the key for my meditation. Like when Jeff Warren's like, concentrate on the breath. I'm like, I can't concentrate on the breath, my friend, because I'm concentrating on your voice. Like a lot of my meditation is just centered around the voice instead of my breathing. I also didn't realize I shouldn't be controlling my breath while I'm concentrating on my breath.
It's again, I don't, right. And that's a lot of it. And I think that that's where people get frustrated in the beginning because a lot of it doesn't make sense.
There's that two things are true at the same time
Right.
bullshit. And I'm like, right, okay. But I think that the amazingly cool thing is that science will support the fact that it's beneficial regardless of how skilled you are at it. Like running.
100%.
There's so many parallels between like physical exercise and what we're doing here. Like
Yeah.
I will never be a sub 15-minute mile runner ever. Probably because I'm not ever going to do that again unless something big and scary is chasing me. But it doesn't mean I don't get I get zero benefits from running. Like I am the last one to finish in every CrossFit class I've ever taken. That doesn't mean I didn't really benefit from some of that. Like you don't have to be a superb meditator to get the benefits out of it.
No, not at all.
There is no scorekeeping other than how you feel and act around other people. The same way there's no scorekeeping with athletics, right? Other than, competitive athletics, like when you're running or
Other than
weightlifting or
going to the Super Bowl and shit.
well, I mean,
I'm
competitive
kidding. I know.
sports have a competition component. When you're exercising, you're like, I feel better in these pants. So, same. Like, I feel like I'm less of a dick. I'm less angry.
That's what Dan Harris said. That's when he found out that that meditation was working, is when his wife told somebody that he was less of a dick.
Yeah, I mean, or I'm able to find that pause before I just react. And
Yeah.
For example, I'll throw out yesterday. Yesterday was a pretty shitty day at work and at home and kind of just all around a pretty shitty day. But I was able to without without needing a fully defined therapy session, I was able to sit down and be like, "Ooh, yeah, that is rough. This is rough. But this is also fleeting.
Mhm.
In 5 years, I'll look back at what I wrote down today, which was, "This sucks balls," and be like, "Well, I wonder what was happening. What would suck balls so bad?"
Right.
And then I went and made dinner. So I think it's and I didn't feel great. I still felt shitty, but being able to look at it and be like, well, that is a temporary shitty feeling. And tomorrow I won't feel so shitty. And then the day after that, I won't feel so shitty about that thing. I'll feel shitty about something else, but it won't be that thing.
Yeah. I mean, it all has its evolution.
You know it's working. And even if every day you do it, you're like, wow, I really suck at that. And first off, be a little kind to yourself because you're lapping everybody on the couch.
Yeah, exactly. The small amount that you're doing it, like you said, there's a benefit to it.
Scientifically proven too, so it's not just
Yes.
all little monks in orange robes telling you.
Little monks, they're
So
cute.
cute.
So the next question is, so in mindfulness, all we do is pay attention to our breath. And Jeff talks about kind of what we just talked about. That's the first move. That's the core practice. But there's a logical progression to the techniques, and you're building off of each one. So I mean, I still think I'm still at breath.
I'm
Breath is
barely
the thing that holds me.
I'm barely a breath.
Basically, it's that one object. It's one meditation object that we're focusing on in the beginning. And for most of us, it's our breath. He goes through steps. I'm not sure we really need to get into those just yet. The next question, many people have negative associations with concentration. It sounds hard, unfun, like when our teachers would holler at us to pay attention.
Loved this one.
So Jeff says the irony here is that the fruit of concentration is actually one of the most fun parts of meditation, and it feels good. Concentration is being in the zone, it's unifying attention into a single stream of activity. It quiets things down inside, which for many of us comes as a huge relief. It's only when we get a break from our endless mental churn of opinions, obsessions, exuberances that we realize how completely exhausting our so called normal state is. The mind is constantly finding and making problems. As it settles, there are fewer problems. It's that easy.
As somebody with a very noisy brain,
Mhm.
there are understanding again, like yesterday was it's just a cluster and like my brain is like, wow, you're this, you're this, you're this, you're this, you're this. There's the whole slew of self-criticism and self-blame and the indulgence of being like, you're so important that this is all your responsibility and your fault, right? Sitting down and breathing and being able to separate the do we talk about the amygdala, like this guy in the brain? You guys got to go to the YouTubes because
Yeah.
I'm making a gesture. But anyway, the amygdala part of you is always going to be that chatty Cathy in your brain, like blah 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 blah.
I love that noise.
You know it. Everybody knows it. And I think one of the biggest benefits of sitting down and meditating for 5 minutes is being like, oh, there are actually 2 voices in there, except this one won't fucking shut up long enough for the other one to be like, "Hey, just so you know, this is all pretty temporary." Like this one is like and this one is like, "Hey, this sucks, but everything sucks. You just have to pick your suck." This one is like the one who comes up with all the Jack Handy inspirational posters, over top of this guy's like just rambling bullshit. That's one of my favorite things is that concentrating on one thing gives me the ability to hear that other voice where I wouldn't be able to hear that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think that's exactly what he's talking about. we realize, like, wow, I do catastrophize everything. Like, being able to center yourself and pull into that concentration mode, you realize all of the thoughts that your brain voice brings up every day, that "Meow, meow, meow, meow," is a load of shit, a lot of it.
Right. My inner critic is an asshole.
Yeah, my brain voice is a dick. I knew that, but I didn't realize that my brain voice was something different. Like, I thought my brain voice was me, and that's not the case. And being able to concentrate allows me to separate that and push it aside.
And I think that's one of the things that makes it hard, right? Like, it is hard to recognize that your non-inner critic is still there, and that isn't the because they sound the same.
Yeah.
They sound the same, and if you're not paying
Everybody.
attention to which one is talking, then that's when things are hard, and it takes a concentration to separate them out, and that's hard.
Yeah.
I mean,
And just
that's
because
why
you're
everyone
able
doesn't do it.
right, and just because you're able to do it in that moment doesn't mean it's a constant thing that you do. Like, my brain voice is still a dick. My brain voice still exists and still does its thing. It's just that the practice of meditation allows me to call out my brain voice in real time now. Not all the time, not every time, but much more often.
I mean, that's what you're looking for, the ability to pull that focus whenever you need it. And
Yeah.
even if you're shitty at meditation, the idea that you can pull that focus, like that's the muscle I think that you're exercising in
That's what you're working.
these situations is being able to be like, hey, 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 hey.
Hey, brain voice, there's my middle finger.
Your brain is like a toddler, so
Yeah, like for real.
you're working your muscles to be able to be like, "Oh, I know what this is. I know what this
Mhm.
is. Cool." And, I'm good at it sometimes and I'm shitty at it the other.
Most of the time.
Right, right.
But that's the thing is I might be shitty at it a lot, but there's a portion of it that I'm not shitty at. And before I started this, I was shitty at it all the time. It didn't even exist. Right.
Right. I didn't even know it was there to be bad at it.
Right. And when you realize that and what a difference it can make,
You're like, "Oh, man, that
it's kind of
did Jeff Warren say this feels good?" Like, that feels good to be able
mhm,
to do that. And that's the like, the runner's high or
yeah.
the whatever hormone boost you feel after you're done lifting heavy weights.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Okay, so the next part, he walks through the meditation that Jeff Warren did with them. I haven't read it. It's Concentration 101, but I think that maybe let's read that, and that's where we'll start next time. And there's pro tips in there.
Yep, the meditations are really good. So, I'm doing the audiobook.
Okay.
And the meditations just get read along with the rest of the book, and the pro tips and all of that stuff just gets tossed out at you. And I was cleaning, so I wasn't meditating, but I'm like, oh, I like what he's saying. I like what he's saying. Like, they're not like, picture yourself in a meadow.
Yeah. Do you think that we could pull out like that concentration 101 from your audiobook and listen to it together? Is that possible? Jesus, hold on. I lost my nose ring in my nose. Okay, there it is. I got it. Wow. That was weird.
It was weird for us, for sure. I think
Okay.
there are like copyright things where we can't do.
We can't do that, but we could read it out loud. All right, let's think about it. Are you good with that?
Yeah, yeah, I'm good with thinking about it. I think what we could do is sum it up. Like, we could go through like, "Hey, here's the big basic idea." The same thing we do with the rest of the book. Like,
Yeah. I think that we talked about last time, and maybe we should start next recording doing a little meditation together.
"Ooh, I would love it."
Okay, so how about I will give that as my own assignment and find like a 3-minute meditation we could do together? Okay, perfect. Then I think that's it. We're gonna wrap up. Macho has to go potty.
Also, I have to show you this.
Rose.
Rose.
Ah, I love that.
She's like, "Oh, I see you've put a bunch of things here for me to rest my head on. Thank you."
I'll just lay here, thanks. Meanwhile, Ivan is hiding somewhere.
This morning yet, so he's under some book. I'm surprised he isn't here because when I don't wash my hair for a day or so, he likes to
That's weird.
he thinks I'm a cat and he's like, "You're not getting it clean. Get over it.
Wow, that's really weird.
Welcome to my life." All right.
All right, dude, let's wrap it up. Love you.
Love you.